Hi everybody, welcome to another Yarn Scrap Friday with me, Laura, and Happy New Year! This is the first video of 2016 and it just happens to that the 1st of January falls on a Friday. And in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make this little heart mini granny square. And for this pattern, I'm just using some DK light worsted weight yarn in two colours. I've chosen a pink for the heart and I'm going to use a white for the actual granny square. And with this, I'm going to be using a 4mm G crochet hook. And you're also going to need a pair of scissors and a yarn tapestry needle as well. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so we're going to start with the granny square part first. So I'm going to use the white yarn first, but you can use any yarn that you like and any hook size that you like that is suitable for the yarn that you're using. But let's start with the granny square part first. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a chain 4 loop. So to do that, we're going to do our little slip knot first. Little slip knot. And we're going to chain 4. Okay, it's chain 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so we've chained 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to put our hook into our first chain. So find the first one, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one here, the first one. Put your hook into there and we're going to bring the yarn through that first chain and then straight through the loop on your hook, and that creates a little 4 chain loop joined at the beginning and the end. And in the middle, you can see there is a hole, and into that hole, don't confuse it with the first chain hole, which can look quite big. You've got to find that central hole there, and into that hole we are going to do, how many are we going to do? We're going to do 8 single crochet. But the first thing we're going to do, we're going to do a little chain 1 first. So I'm just going to chain 1 first, create a little bit of leverage, but don't count that as a stitch. And then we're going to put our hook into that center of our 4 chain loop, right into the middle there. Bring the yarn through the middle, and we're going to do a single crochet. So this pattern's in US terminology. So yarn over, pull through 2 to do a single crochet. We're going to do 8 of those. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, back into the center each time, 5, as you can see the hole gets bigger, 6, 7, and one more, 8. Okay, so you've got 8 single crochet in that center of your 4 chain loop, just wrapping it around the chains. And then if you've gone for the center hole, you should be able to pull your tail end to bring in that hole a little bit there. Okay, so you should have 8 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you want to find that first stitch, that first single crochet. Put your hook into there under both bits of yarn. Bring the yarn through that first single crochet and straight through the loop on your hook to do a slip stitch to join the round. And that's the end of our first round. Then what we're going to do is we are going to do some double crochets. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just do a little chain 1. And again, we're not going to count that as a stitch. And we're going to do 2 double crochet into each stitch around, but we're only going to do it in the back loop because we want to keep the front loop free so we can work our heart at the end. So what we're going to do is we're going to yarn over, because we're doing double crochets, and you need to find the same stitch you just slip stitched into, okay, this one here. And normally we go under both bits of yarn like so, we go under 2 bits of yarn. But what we want to do here is we need to yarn over. We just want to go, well, I'll show you without yarning over because it's easier to see. Instead of going through under both loops, we want to just go under that back loop, just the back one. But we need to yarn over first. So we're going to yarn over and then go under that back loop only, like so, the same stitch that you slip stitched into. Then do a double crochet. So we're going to pull through two loops and then pull through two, like so. And we want 2 double crochet into each back loop around. So we're going to yarn over again, go back into the same back loop and do another double crochet. Okay, like so. So just repeat that round. In the next stitch, find, and there's our next stitch there. Normally we go under both bits of yarn, like so, under 2 bits. What we want to do though is we just want to go under that back loop only and do 2 double crochet in there. 1 and back in there again, 2. Okay, and as you can see, that keeps the front loop alone, it leaves it alone. We've skipped that front loop. So repeat that all the way around, doing 2 double crochet into each back loop around. There's the next back loop. 2 double crochet into each back loop around, and you're doubling up your stitch count from 8 to 16 because you're doing 2 stitches in each. So 2 in there, 2 in the next one. Okay, just onto that back loop only, leaving those front loops free. Two in the next one. Done 2 in there, 2 in this next one. How many have we got so far? It's good to count as you go. I like to do that quite a lot. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and we need 16. So 10, 11 and 12 in the next one. 11, 12, 13 and 14. And if you're new to crochet and you find this a little bit too fast, and I do recommend checking out my beginner tutorials on the basic stitches and then coming back to these videos. It should be a little bit clearer. 15 and 16, okay. 15 and is that the last back loop, 16. Okay, and it looks like there is one more stitch there. It can very easily trick you and work an extra 2 stitches in there. So do check your stitch count. I know I've got to 16 and that's where I stop. And I know that this is my little fake stitch. Okay, so, and the reason I know that is because just above it is my tiny little chain 1 and then my first stitch. So check your stitch count, skip the fake stitch, skip your little chain 1, which you probably can't even see, and find that first double crochet stitch, and going under both loops as normal, we're going to pull the yarn through there, straight for the loop on your hook to do a slip stitch to join the round. And by the end of that round you should have a stitch count of 16, and you should be able to see these front loops here having been left. Okay, these ones here, see where you skipped those little front loops, like so. Okay, now we're going to move on to the next round. This is where we're going to turn our circle into a square. So, and what I've annoyingly done is I've written it down as a little chart diagram. So you have to excuse me while I try and remember what I actually did. But what we're going to do, right, okay, we're going to do a little chain 1 again first. Let's do a chain 1. And now we're going to work into the stitch as normal. So we're going under both loops as normal. And we're going to do a, going back into the same stitch you just slip stitched into, this one here. I'm going to go back into there and do a single crochet. Okay, just the one single crochet in there, and we're going to do a single crochet in the next stitch as well. So go into the next stitch, going under both bits of yarn as normal, do a single crochet in there. Then in the next stitch we're going to do a half double crochet and a double crochet. So in the next stitch we're going to do a half double crochet, so we pull through all 3, and we're also going to do a double crochet in the same stitch. So go back into the same stitch again and do a double crochet. And what this does is it starts to help make our square shape by doing shorter stitches on the side and longer stitches on the corner. Then we're going to come back down, so in the next stitch we're going to do a double crochet and a half double crochet. So we do a double crochet, then a half double crochet in the same stitch, half double crochet, okay, like so. Then we're going to do one single crochet in the next two. So we do a single crochet in the next stitch and a single crochet in the next stitch. And we just repeat this around. Now we're going back up, so we're going to do a half double crochet and a double crochet. So half double crochet and then a double crochet in the same stitch. So we've got 2 in there. And then, so that's our corner, and then we're going to come back down doing a double crochet and a half double crochet. And same stitch, half double crochet for all 3. Then we do one single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So single crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch. And then we go back up again, we do a half double crochet and a double crochet. So half first because it's smaller, then a double crochet. Then come back down again, do a double crochet and a half double crochet in the same stitch. Then one single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So single crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch. We're almost back at the beginning. We're going to do a half double crochet and a double crochet, half double crochet and a double crochet in the same stitch. And then finishing up, we should have 1 stitch left. We come back down with a double crochet first and then a half double crochet in the same stitch. Then as you can see, we are back to our 1 single crochet in the next 2. So skip your little chain 1, find that first single crochet that you did, first single crochet, just do a little slip stitch into there. Okay. And you should see by adding longer stitches on the corner and shorter ones on the edge, you have turned your circle into a little square. And we're just going to make this slightly bigger with 1 more round. And so what we're going to do is we're going to again do a little chain 1. And we're going to do 1 double crochet in the same stitch we just slip stitched into. So going back into there, I'm going to do a double crochet. Okay, so double crochet in there, and then we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And then we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so you've done 1 double crochet in the first 3. 1, 2, 3. Which takes us up to our corner, and we're just going to do 2 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Okay, so in the next stitch we do 2 double crochet, 1 and another one in the same stitch. Okay, so you've got 2 double crochet in there, then 2 double crochet in the next stitch. 1 and another one in the same stitch. Okay, so 2 double crochets in the next 2. Then we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next 4. Okay, so just 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches. So next stitch 1 double crochet, next stitch 2, next stitch 3, next stitch 4. Okay, so 1 double crochet in the next 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Takes us up to our next corner, and we're going to do 2 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. 2 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 2 double crochet in the next stitch. 1 and another one in the same stitch. Then 2 double crochet in the next stitch. And another one in the same stitch. Okay, so you've done 2 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Then we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next 4 again. So 1 double crochet in the next stitch, just the 1. Next stitch 2. Next stitch 3. Next stitch 4. So 1 double crochet in the next 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 2 double crochet in the next 2 stitches on the corner. 1 and another one the same stitch. 2. 2 double crochet in the next stitch. 1 and 2. Okay, so you've done 2 double crochet in the next 2. 2 in there, 2 in there. Then again 1 double crochet in the next 4. So next stitch 1, next stitch 2, next stitch 3, next stitch 4. Okay, so 1 double crochet in the next 4. And then up to the last corner we do 2 double crochet in the next 2 again, so 2 double crochet in the next stitch, 1 and another one the same stitch, 2. Okay, so 2 in there, and 2 double crochet in the next stitch, 1 and 2 in the same stitch. Okay, 2 in there. It leaves you with 1 stitch, and in that last stitch we're going to do 1 double crochet, and we get our 4 on the side then. Okay, so we did 3 at the beginning, 1, 2, 3, and that's our 4th one there. That's a little fake stitch. There's a little chain 1, so find that first double crochet and do a slip stitch into there to join the round. I'm just going to bring up my yarn, and as you can see there is our finished granny square part. Okay, so we just did 1 double crochet in the 4 on the side, and then we did 2 double crochet on 2 on the corner. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to work our little heart into the center of our granny square. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our pink yarn, and we need to find one of these skipped front loops from here, and there should be 8 of them if you remember. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, so it looks like there's 2 there. If I can zoom in a bit better, see how well I can focus on this. It looks like there's 2 here, but that's where we slip stitch to join the round. So this little sort of shape here is counted as 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So let's find this one here at the beginning, because that's the one that's most complicated. And we're going to put our hook into there under that little front loop. Okay, so let's put our hook, there we go, under our little front loop only there. We're going to get our pink yarn. Just going to wrap the pink yarn I'm just going to bring the pink yarn through that front loop. Okay, and we're going to secure it with a little chain 1. So secure that with a little chain 1. Okay, and pull that nice and tight. We're not going to count that little chain 1 as a stitch because it goes very small, like a little knot, and it just secures it into place. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to chain 4 to begin. We're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so we've chained 4 from there. And then after you've chained 4, what we're going to do is we are going to do a double crochet into the same front loop. So we're going to yarn over, going back into the same front loop where you joined your yarn, same front loop, we're going to do a double crochet. So bring the yarn through the front loop and just do a double crochet as normal. Okay, so it should look a little something like that. It should have 4 chains. We're going to count that as a treble crochet and a double crochet. Just pull your tail end. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we are going to do 2 double crochet in the next front loop. So yarn over and then find the next front loop that you skipped, this one here. Do 2 double crochet in there, one double crochet and then another one, the same front loop. Then in the next front loop we are going to do 2 treble crochets. Now to do a treble we yarn over twice, so wrap the yarn around your hook twice. You may just want to hold it with your finger. Then put your hook into that next front loop. Okay, bring the yarn through the front loop, and then stitches that are double crochets or bigger in US terminology, we just pull through 2 until we get to the end. So what we're going to do is yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, then yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops, then yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops to do a treble. We're going to do 2 of those in that same front loop. So we're going to wrap the yarn around our hook twice again, get back into the same front loop, bring the yarn through, and again we pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Oops, I haven't gone completely through that one. Yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so we've got 2 trebles in that next front loop. And then what we're going to do, we're going to do a treble in the next front loop. So we're going to yarn over twice again, find the next front loop, so the next one along there, do a treble again. Let's bring the yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so another treble in that next stitch. Then we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. We're going to chain 4. We're going to slip stitch into this front loop, this same front loop here. Okay, go back in there and do a little slip stitch. So bring the yarn through and then straight through the loop on your hook to do a slip stitch. And what that does is it brings the shape of your heart down. So those 4 chains count as a treble, but you end up this end rather than this end, creating a nice shape. And then what we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch in the next front loop. So find the next front loop along, do a little slip stitch to move over to the next stitch, a little slip stitch in there. Then we're going to work the other half of our heart. So we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let's go back up. I'm going to do a treble in the same stitch we just slip stitched into. So yarn over twice, go back into the same stitch you slip stitched into and do a treble. So bring the yarn through, and then remember, just yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 to do a treble. Then we're going to do 2 trebles in the next stitch as well. So yarn over twice, find the next front loop, do 2 trebles in there, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and another treble in there. So you want 2 in there, the same front loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. So we've got 2 trebles in that next front loop. Should leave us with a couple of front loops, and we're going to do 2 double crochet in the next one. So yarn over just the once, find the next front loop, in there, do 2 double crochet in there, pull through 2, pull through 2, so it's 1 double crochet, another one in the same stitch. Okay, so you've got 2 double crochet in there, and that last stitch we want 2 double crochet in that last stitch. So the next one in there, 2 double crochet, 1 and another one in the same stitch, 2. So we've got 2 double crochet in there, and that is the end, because it looks like there's another stitch, but if you remember, that's a part of that first one. It always looks like there's 2. So we have worked into 8 stitches. So now what we need to do to finish our heart is find the 4th chain of our first 4 chains. Let's put our tail end, so count 1, 2, 3, 4, and find that 4th chain at the top. Put your hook into that 4th chain as neatly as you can. Then bring the yarn through that 4th chain, straight through the loop on your hook to join the round. I'll just pull that up. You can cut your yarn and tie in your tail ends, but there is our finished heart shape. Okay, worked into the front loops of our granny square. So I'll just zoom out and there we go. There is our finished embossed heart-shaped mini granny square, like so. And I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. Hope you managed to follow along. I'm not going to cut my yarn because I'm not going to keep this, but all you need to do is just cut your yarn and then you just pull this loop through to neaten off the edge, then just hide your tail ends. And there you go, and you can make lots of these into a blanket or a bag or whatever you like. And I hope you managed to follow along, and I will see you soon for some more crochet fun. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!